It's been about 3 weeks since I had surgery for my ruptured Achilles tendon. I've heard people say that a ruptured Achilles tendon is one of the worst injuries you can have when it comes to sports. This injury has really set me back physically. I wanted to participate on American Ninja Warrior. I wasn't able to get any good footage for my audition tape until after I ruptured my Achilles tendon, so that's something that has set me back. But I know it sounds odd, but I think this injury is a good thing for me. And the reason why is because now I just have a great opportunity to grow and to get better from this. I'm going to learn, I've already learned a lot about healing. I've learned a lot about connective tissue and tendons, and I do truly believe that this injury will propel me forward and ultimately give me a chance to be on American Ninja Warrior. So I just wanted to give a quick update on how things are going. I had surgery 3 weeks ago. 1 week ago I had my post-surgery appointment and I got my stitches out. I'm back in my air cast. This is a long healing process, so I don't start physical therapy for another few weeks. 6 weeks after my surgery is when I started. I have all these like heel inserts in my boot to keep my heel up so my Achilles doesn't heal long. So I assume once I start physical therapy, I'll be able to start taking out those inserts and lowering my heel to the ground. So I still can't put a lot of pressure on my foot. I'm still using crutches in my knee scooter, and I don't really have any pain. I do have a decent amount of swelling. I actually can't really bend my big toe, and I guess this is sometimes normal, and I think it's due to the swelling at night. In the morning when I wake up, I've been laying down all night, and so the swelling is much less, and I am able to bend it a little bit, so I'm not super worried about that yet. I'm able to finally take a shower without wearing the goofy leg bag or whatever you want to call it, so that's been nice. It's still hard getting around, that's for sure. But since my physical abilities have dwindled a little bit, I've been doing a lot of research about healing tendons and things like that. And one of the things I've been thinking about is having a beginner's mindset. Now, I know a lot of people say, like, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room or you won't grow. And I don't know about that. I think if you happen to be the smartest person in the room, you still can learn plenty from the people all around you. I mean, people have different experiences and different perspectives. Now, I'm definitely not the smartest person in the room. I'm a personal trainer. I love studying nutrition and fitness and health and things like that. But you know, there are obviously people who are way smarter than me. One person who's way smarter than me is my chiropractor. Super smart guy. I decided to ask him some questions about what he thought. He was able to tell me some things that I didn't know. And one of those things was proteolytic enzymes. He recommended that I look into proteolytic enzymes, and I did. And it looks like they might contribute to lowering inflammation and promoting healing. There aren't a ton of great studies on it, but I'm going to try it. I kind of want to throw the kitchen sink at this thing. I don't have time to experiment, you know, and isolate variables. I just want to do everything I can that might help, and things that obviously won't be detrimental to my healing. So I think proteolytic enzymes happen to be something that I might as well try. We also talked about vitamin C. You know, I knew that vitamin C helps in the production of collagen and healing and things like that. So I did switch. I mentioned in a previous video, I think the last video, that I was taking emergency. I recently switched to liposomal vitamin C, which is 1.77 times more bioavailable than normal vitamin C, and it's because it's fat soluble instead of water soluble like normal vitamin C. So I've been taking about 2 grams in the morning with food, and then I'll be taking 2 grams in the evening with food. So I'm getting quite a bit of vitamin C. Another friend I know recommended that I do some breath work. He sent me a tape of his like breath work meditation thing for healing, so I'm gonna try that. And that brings me to another point. I think community is super important. You know, there are certain pillars of health, you know, movement, fitness, nutrition, sleep, things like that. And I think community kind of deserves its own pillar. I think when you are surrounded by other people, a sense of community is good, and not only that, but you can learn so much from these other people. And that brings me back to the beginner's mindset. So I was thinking about the beginner's mindset because it reminds me of, gosh, I think Dr. Mike Israetel said this. He was talking about the one way you can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. It's kind of like the holy grail of body composition, body recomposition, is gaining muscle and losing fat. He said the only way you can do that is if you're a beginner. When you're a beginner, this is literally possible. Like if you get on a good diet and resistance train and you've never done those things before, you will most likely gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. So I think taking that into other aspects of life can make you grow faster. You might not be an actual beginner, but if you go in with that mentality, you definitely have an opportunity to make significant changes, significant gains, if you will. Some other things I'm doing red light therapy. My wife has this, I think it's called a Loom box. It has red light and near infrared light, like 850 nanometers. I did find a study on near infrared light and its ability to supposedly heal tendons. I do believe red light supposedly increases collagen production in the skin, so I've been kind of aiming this thing at my leg super close, pretty close at night for, I think it's goes on for 10 minutes. So I've just been doing that at night, kind of to help the scar heal and to send those near infrared waves a little bit deeper to promote healing in my tendon. I've been exploring more with nutrition. I've recently started drinking some bone broth that has collagen in it. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been taking these Oikos yogurt. They have 15 grams of protein, and I add at least 5 more grams of collagen peptides. That's a super tasty snack. Low calories, high protein, it's pretty good. Sometimes I add blueberries after my workout. That's super good too. I have been working out. My doctor said it was okay to work out now. I've been doing upper body, and this again has given me another opportunity to kind of switch up my training and explore different training methods. I got a hangboard. I've been working on my finger strength, and that kind of translates a little bit to Ninja Warrior for me. That's been super fun. I also have been doing some Z presses. Those, so I can't put pressure on my leg, and I think the Z press is a good accessory movement anyways for your shoulders. It takes your legs out of the movement. If I was fully healed, I do like the standing overhead press, but the Z press is a cool one. So if your leg is injured, or if you don't want to use your legs at all for some reason, the Z press is a great option. I've still been doing the bench press. I had to switch up my curls. I've been doing Smith curls instead of normal curls because I just can't put any weight on my legs. And the other thing I've been doing is I've been working out my right leg. So my left leg is injured. I've been working out my right leg. There are some studies suggesting that you can maintain a little bit of more muscle mass in the injured leg if you train the other leg. So I've been doing things like leg presses, calf raises, tibialis raises with my right leg. I've been doing single leg deadlifts with a dumbbell as well. I use my other hand for support. I don't want to fall or anything like that. I just want to try to maintain my upper body strength. I actually have been gaining some strength, especially with the hangboard. I think it's because like I said, I'm a beginner there, so my finger strength is definitely increasing there. My bench press is still pretty good compared to before my injury. The one thing though, I'm not getting in as much movement in general. I can't go for walks right now, so that's been a little tough for me. I do, vitamin D is important for healing and, for your mood and stuff too. So I am grateful that it's summer right now, even though it kind of sucks to not be able to do these things. I still, go outside. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so in the winter, I don't get as much vitamin D at all. But right now I'm making sure to go outside and get that vitamin D. But I look forward to when I can walk and do a little more zone 2 cardio, if you will. One more thing that I forgot to mention. I did go to a clinic called Rejuve to see about PRP, platelet-rich plasma, because that's something I did for my back when I herniated some discs. It was a chronic, injury. I had back pain for many years, and PRP was something that really helped. So I asked a doctor about doing that for my Achilles, and I kind of decided on not doing it for now. I already have a lot of inflammation down there, and I think it's something that I don't really need to do. There's not a ton of great studies on it, so that's something I might look into like a ways down the road, but I don't think I'm going to do it now. My insurance doesn't cover it anyways. I'll check in maybe next week, maybe in a few weeks. I'm just going to be focusing on healing and doing a bunch of different things without putting pressure on my leg. I hope you'll continue following me on this journey. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.